Show.
All right, y'all, it's Wellness Wednesday, and we got the one and only Dr. Collier. So happy to have you this morning. I know you got a lot of stuff.
Good morning, Ricky. Rock T, Special K, Gary with the T, Alfredus, and the Brett. And thank you, Ricky, once again for the opportunity to bring healthcare information to the listeners of the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. So, Ricky, how are you today, sir?
Man, I'm good, man. 5,000 international units of vitamin D every day, and I take my omega fish oil and my probiotics. So, yeah, I'm feeling good. And your sleeping regimen that help you go to sleep, and it burns fat while you sleep. So what I did was I went to lipodrops.com and ordered all the vitamins that I need to take daily. Well, I could be up and be like I am right now.
Keep you healthy and sexy, boy. So look, this is Mental Health Awareness Month, Ricky, and we're speaking about things that you can do. People are always asking, what can we do natural that can improve your mental health? So let's talk about sex, Ricky. Yes, sex.
Yeah.
If you think that sex, and especially good sex, is only for younger people, then you are wrong. Guess what, Ricky? I was surprised at this statistics. Millennials are actually having less sex now than we did in that generation, whereas people in their 50s or older are having sex several times a week. So let's talk about the health benefits of regular sexual activity. Ricky, sex boosts your immune system, decreases inflammation just like vitamin D. But it also improves your self-esteem, decreases depression and anxiety symptoms, even relieves pain. It encourages a quality sleep, reduces stress, and increases and improves heart health. So there was a study done in men that showed that men who had sex at least twice weekly were 50% less likely to die of heart disease. And another bonus, of course, is the calories that you burn while you're having sex. Now, Dr. Collier has always said that men should have sex at least 2 times per week for prostate health. But there was a study done at Harvard that showed men that had sex up to 20 times per month were much less likely to have prostate cancer and prostate disease than men who were having sex less than 2 times per week. So that's where if you're 7 times a month or less, then no benefit. If you're 8 times, which is 2 times per week or more, great benefit. So, Ricky, more than half of men in their 50s experience erectile dysfunction, or ED. So we know the gold standard for treatment are medications like Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra. And then, of course, there's the pack that you buy at the service station.
The honey pack at the gas station with the Arabians in there with the little Christmas lights in the window.
Yep.
It had to be bulletproof glass. Citgo at the Citgo gas station. And they said right next to the hookah pipes.
And the rhino pill.
Yeah, and the rhino pill.
The gorillas.
Exactly. The gorillas.
But be safe. Don't go to the
have your thing looking like one of them Southwest Airlines, one of them Frontier airplanes.
The tip.
Yeah. Them engine with your balls come up to the back like them engines.
Well, doctor, what else?
Yeah.
And so use products like my Life OT. Thank you, Alfreda.
It'll be harder than 5th grade arithmetic.
Carry on, doctor.
One of the top impediments for women to enjoy good sex is vaginal dryness, and most of the time that's due to lack of stimulation. But 35% of women experience dryness and discomfort, up to even severe pain during intercourse. So first, try over-the-counter remedies like water-based lubricants such as KY and Astroglide, or oil-based natural lubricants such as olive or coconut oil. But just avoid petroleum-based lubricants like Vaseline. Don't ever put Vaseline inside the vagina.
Don't do it. Dr. Carter, you said some months ago, you said that spit.
No, he didn't.
Oh, wait a minute.
He did. Did you not, Dr. Carter?
I said saliva.
Oh,
Saliva is a very good natural lubricant, and it's first choice, and it's free, and it's readily available.
A little hot tour ain't gonna hurt.
Yeah. So is that Olive Garden salad dressing?
all right.
Don't
ask me how I know. Olive Garden salad
Don't
dressing.
ignore chronic health problems that can interfere with sexual pleasure, like high blood pressure, diabetes, anxiety, and depression. Understand the medications that you can take for those problems can negatively affect sexual function, desire, and response.
We listening.
So when you were younger, you probably didn't give much thought about older people having sex. But now that you've entered that stage of life, the thought of sex should be natural.
Right.
91% of men and 86% of women in their 50s report being sexually active. So most of us should and can stay in the game.
Okay.
All right, Ricky, let's go to questions from the listeners.
Yes, sir. You on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
So I wanted to know how I could help the knots that I get from the medicine Cabeluga, which is for patients that are HIV positive. It's an injection, and I just want to know what other things I can do to help my bottom with the knots and the pain and itching and stuff from the injection site.
Yeah, your body is having an almost allergic reaction to it, and it forms a nodule. Those knots that you were speaking about at every injection site, those will and should resolve over time. You can massage it. Don't do it immediately after giving yourself the injection, but maybe a few hours later and continue to massage. You can even apply moist heat to that area as well, and make sure you're rotating the sites and not giving yourself the injection in the same site, because then you could get permanent scarring and end up with lumps that won't go away. So that's with any injectable, but that in particular one, because of the immune status issue, then you have a problem with that.
All right, y'all with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
I was wondering what constant nausea meant after giving birth.
If you're still having nausea after giving birth, that means your hormonal status has not readjusted yet, and so that may take up to another 3 to 6 months. And so the standard anti-nausea medications such as Phenergan or Zofran should help with that, and then natural things like ginger would help with it as well, ginger and peppermint. Just be careful if you are breastfeeding about taking nausea medications and see if they're compatible with breastfeeding.
All right, y'all with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
Okay, my question is, what can actually be done if you have problem with a sciatic nerve, and if it's not a sciatic nerve, the bursa sac? Do he have any suggestions that might help somebody that the doctor's not really sure if it's sciatic nerve or if it's the bursa sac?
Well, the bursa sac and the sciatic nerve are intimately related. Usually, you can have arthritis in the bursa sac of the hip. When you have pain that starts in the low back and then radiates to the hip, that is diagnostic of sciatica. But this can be evaluated. You need to get to know your friendly neighborhood chiropractor. They are experts in evaluating and treating this disease state. Most doctors can only offer you anti-inflammatories and muscle relaxants, but range of motion exercises that stretch your back out and open up the disc and can relieve pressure from a disc in your back that's on the nerves can help with that as well. But once you have sciatica, you really have to stay on top of it because it can get worse as you age. And again, it may require you to go to the chiropractor 3 or 4 times per week initially, and then set up a maintenance program, because once you get relief, you're going to want to stop going, but you need to keep going probably for regular tune-ups, no less than once every 3 months, probably once a month. And that way you can optimize your back health.
Yes, sir. All right, if you want to talk to Dr. MJ Collier, hit us up. The phone lines are wide open, 866-9-RICKEY, 866-9-RICKEY. Call us now, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. We're still talking to the one and only Dr. MJ Collier. Hit us up with your medical questions, 866-9-RICKEY, 866-9-RICKEY. Let's go to the phones. You're on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
I would like to ask him about a low white blood cell count. And I went to the doctor, and the doctor told me that Black people have a lower white blood cell count and that nothing is wrong with me. So I just wanted to see if that was true.
Okay, white blood cells are responsible for fighting infection and preventing cancer. So the normal range is usually 4 to 10. You want to be on the low side of that. Sometimes when you have a low white blood cell count, it's because your white cells are busy fighting an infection, and so you're using them up faster than they're being replenished by your bone marrow. So it's important. I would recheck that in 3 months to see if it stays that way and you're not having any signs or symptoms, then they are correct. That it's not really a problem for you. And then when you do get an infection that you respond and your white blood cell goes up, that's one of the reasons and ways that you can diagnose a bacterial infection. So, but again, I would optimize my immune system function. My lipoimmune will be perfect for you to prevent infectious diseases, and vitamin D at 5,000 international units per day.
All right, you're on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
A question about what is the best natural medication for Alzheimer's patients?
Okay, best natural medication. I like sea moss, and I also have a product now called liposhrooms. These are both good in helping brain health, but you got to understand, once you have Alzheimer's disease proper, there's no cure afford that. There's no magic pills you're going to take, and grandmama or granddad is going to be balancing the checkbook the next week. That doesn't happen. The most drugs, even the most expensive prescription medications, only slow down progression, whatever that means and however you measure it. So the main thing is to optimize the health in general. I think that Alzheimer's is associated with a variety of inflammatory conditions affecting the brain, such as herpes infections or Epstein-Barr virus. And so, again, natural anti-inflammatories are a good way to go. I'd recommend vitamin D and omega-3 fish oil.
All right, y'all, Dr. Collier. Good morning.
I want to ask a question for my husband. He's always congested. Like all day he's just doing that recycling snotness. I need something suggested, over the counter, a home remedy that I can give to this man because I'm about to put him in another bedroom.
Okay, these are allergy problems. He's making excess mucus, so get an over-the-counter non-sedating antihistamine such as Zyrtec, Zylol, Allegra, or Claritin, and then a nasal spray, very effective for that. Flonase or Nasacort, all available over-the-counter. He'll have to use them every day to minimize that, and something like Mucinex DM, which will make that mucus thin and watery, so it'll be easy to blow out and hack up, and it won't build up in your system. Okay.
Yeah, he be asking you what's for bill.
She sleep with Lil Dare.
Yeah, she's sitting in there with Lil Dare. Huh? You want some milk? Dr. Collier, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Everybody can follow me on all social media at Ask, ASKDRMJ. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Ask Dr. MJ, for videos on various healthcare topics. And go to my website, lipodrops.com, where you'll find information on supplements that keep you healthy and boost the immune system and help you lose weight. Tonight, Facebook Live, Instagram Live, YouTube Live, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we will debut our newest segment, Sex in the 50s, with special studio guest Miss Marie Perez, where we will discuss love, sex, and relationships for those in the 40s, 50s, and older. Ask Dr. MJ on YouTube tonight, 6:30 p.m. These are the opinions of Dr. MJ Collier, not those of Rickey Smiley, the Rickey Smiley Morning Show cast, Super Dave, or the production crew. Stay. Don't you dare go away. You're listening to Dr. MJ on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.